Hello and welcome back to the series where I talk about all the games I've played in the previous month. Month for this video is June of 2026. I didn't forget what month it was. So as always, let's get right into it because there's some fun ones here. Even if not a lot of them. At least new stuff. I suppose I will mention. I don't know, I probably did talk about it last time but hadn't finished it. 007 First Light. I did a full review if you want more, but overall, the game surprised me how good it was. I mixed between kind of Hitman and Uncharted style. I feel like it's one of those games that had this weird, like, people loved it or hated it, and it was weirdly passionate. Like, for some reason, this was the one. Everyone was like, this game sucks, you shouldn't buy it because of this one flaw. This is the best game ever. Everyone who hates it is stupid. It was weird. Like, I know that happens online, but out of all the games, I did not expect it for this. I thought it would just be like, oh, people like it, fine. People who like it love it, people who don't like it just like, yeah, whatever. It shocked me how much I liked it. I thought it would just. I always said I was going to be a game I'd pick up. Either I would like last minute just go fuck, we'll get it day one, or it'd be something I get months down the line. I knew I'd play it eventually, but I was shocked how much I liked it. Most of what really brought this home for me was the characters. They're all fun, charming, really funny. Again, I don't laugh a lot at games. I don't find a lot of games funny. Humor is the last reason I'm going to go to a game. 'Cause I feel like most video game humor is just like, huh, we're self-aware, not taking it seriously. Get it? Like, yeah, I got it 10 years ago too. Move on. We get it. Like, change it up a little bit. I'm sick of indie humor, but this made me laugh out, genuinely out loud, so like suddenly that it hurts sometimes. I don't know if that was other people. It's like you're not expecting anything funny at all, and then it's like out of nowhere, this dry one-liner just gets you, and it's like, ha, and it's so hard and sudden, and it just hurts. I know I've had plenty of times where I laugh so hard it hurt after a while, but when something gets you and it just one laugh hurts, that's when they know they got you. I don't know what updates they've done since. I have to go back and check sometime. I'll go for a platinum at some point probably, but gunplay was satisfying. The mix between gun, except for the shitty auto aim that they've and no scope for a sniper rifle, but the mix between melee and gunplay, it was fucking incredible. You go up, punch, you go up with no gun, punch a guy, knock him out, take his gun, shoot two other guys, throw your gun at that person, take his gun, shoot the gun out of that guy's hand, boom, he's dead. It's going to be weird going back to games like this that don't let you throw your gun, shoot enemies' guns out of their hands and stuff like that. It is incredible, and I loved it. I loved the hand-to-hand combat. It's simplistic, but when you mix with the gunplay, it is a beautiful mix. As a lot of people have said, the vehicle mechanics in this game are absolute garbage. It's a glorified cutscene, except it's less interesting than a cutscene because you're just driving forward, doing nothing. It's like, I'm holding R2 and holding left, and the car just goes to the right, and like, oh, fuck me, I guess. But it's not enough to drag away from the game. Cannot wait to see where they go from here. And I just, again, the characters and the story, mostly the characters and just their relationships, made this game, and I just fell in love more than I ever thought I would. Fantastic game. I'll quickly mention I played a bit of Undisputed. It's a kind of a fighting, a boxing game, and fuck me. I started it off doing tutorial stuff, doing like easier fights, and I thought this is going to be a new game for me. I'm going to be playing this shit out of this, but then you get into more of the complicated stuff where you're picking what types of stuff you want to up, or like to train. Then you have to keep your weight at a certain level, or you can't box, and then you have to wait a week for the next one. Then you do training, and then I got into like the third fight after doing two or three decent ones, having a lot of fun, and then wow, I've been getting my ass kicked since. It demotivated me so bad I've just stopped playing. I'm hoping this will be like a top spin tennis situation though, where it's like the first time I played I was like, oh, I'm so bad at this. Oh, this mechanic sucks. This sucks. I don't like this. But when I go, if I can get back into it, I do think it has the potential to really grab me for hundreds of hours potentially. But right now, every fight I go into is like, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. My character's tired, and then oh, I'm getting my ass kicked. So maybe I'll just have to look into how to play a bit better online or something. I don't know. I suck. I'm just really bad at this game. What can I say? I've gone back to Stellar Blade. I've kind of taken a time off in between because I'll get to it after. But I played this when it came out. Did the first like level section, whatever, first big level. Then I stopped for a while. The game is known for certain things, but outside of that, I do kind of wish it was known for other things as well. Like, I've no problem with the sexual stuff, whatever. Even if it's known for that, cool. It's one of the few games doing something like this, so I understand. But the world needs to be more appreciated. The music is like not like it's next level. The music in this game is fucking unbelievably good. Some of the background graphics are a bit awkward and blurry, but when they have it good, it is great. The combat system is fun and addicting, and when you get the perfect parry or the perfect dodge or just fuck your opponent up and cut him in half, it's unbelievably fun. The story is fine, I have to admit. The characters, again, they're what makes this a lot more interesting. But for me, it really is just the world, the music, and the combat that really brings this game up a lot. I want to get back into this and finish before Blood Rain comes out because honestly, that even we haven't seen gameplay. I don't think, unless there's some splice into the trailer I've forgotten about. But it looks more fast and fun. It has its problems, but I hope Blood Rain can just have a bit more of a story, folks, just a little bit. Because you'll be playing for hours, just doing stuff out in the world, and that's fun and all. But the story, I'll have to admit, is just it's not it's not going to drag me in. It's interesting enough while it's happening, but it's just not quite enough. And maybe the huge gaps between anything really happening are kind of part of that. But hopefully Blood Rain can do a tiny bit better because it doesn't need a huge leap. I just feel like it's so close. Everything else though really does bring it up, and the outfit choices, discovering new ones, that's always fun. I like this one. This one's really nice. I love the checker design. But the big one for this month for me, and when I say big, wow. For like the last month, I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 2. For the last week, I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 2. I think the last. When did I start it? Can I check? I think it was around the start of the month. I have a trophy from the 5th, so we'll just say the start. I was playing it consistently, playing a good chunk like nearly every day. But I think in the last like 5 days, I've put more time into it than the rest of that combined. Once I got to like Drangleic Castle around that time, fuck did it sucked me in. As always, the boss fights in these games are the highlights. They've been a ton of fun, but the world of Dark Souls 2, it's dreamlike weirdness, easily my favourite of any of these games I've played. The enemy design I'm having a lot more fun with than any of the games too. I would quickly mention those. My Souls history. I beat Demon Souls when it came out, somehow. I remember my friend who likes these games a lot more coming to my house and just being like, how the fuck did you beat this? Your character sucks. And I was like, I have no idea. Don't remember it that well. I got a huge chunk of Dark Souls 1 done up to Anor Londo. Then I kind of lost motivation after that. It didn't just keep me sucked in after that section for some reason. And a lot of people have said that is kind of where the best part of the game is. I'd like to go back and finish someday, but maybe. I haven't played 3, obviously. I played a little bit of Bloodborne. That game scares me. That game is really daunting. I'd like to try it again someday because a lot of people have been playing Souls games around me lately, but God. Elden Ring is similar. It scares the shit out of me just conceptually. Sekiro was actually one I was planning to play. I only got Dark Souls 2 because like I played 1 and it was there. Sekiro was kind of what I went for, but like I thought I had it downloaded, but I don't even have it bought. And I wasn't really in the mood to buy it because I didn't know how long this Souls draw was going to last. Would I have played one for an hour and be like, I don't want to do this, or would I have done it for 2 days? Who knows? But it worked out well, so I'm having a ton of fun. The biggest obstacle for me with this was I really thought it was slow as shit. Like I feel like Dark Souls 1 was a lot faster, and this really felt, what's the word I'm looking for? Heavy, and not in a good way. I don't know if I've gotten faster because of better character, or if I've gotten more like accustomed because I've just been playing it for a while. It's like going back to Tekken 2 after going with like 7, where it's like, oh, this is slow as shit, but the more you play, the more you kind of get used to it, kind of thing. Who knows? But God, I think the best way to sum this game up, it is either the absolute best game in the world, absolutely it's like fucking phenomenal, addicting. I can play for like 12 hours in a row straight and have a blast, or it is the worst, most infuriating piece of shit I've ever played. Some like around the time I started to play it, I remember somebody mentioning that enemies kind of swarm you. That's an understatement. You will go into a new area and like here's 6 or 7 enemies and like 4 enemies in the corner throwing things at you, and there's like, all 4 of them come around like that you've never fought before, ready to swing the big swords that you knock down before you can get back up, hit again, dead. I spent hours not even progressing in this game, and that weighs on you. When you realize how long you've been there, and you're just like, oh, I've gotten nowhere. So far, fighting some of my favorite boss so far easily just have been like, I'm terrible at the names. I'm awful at the names. The horse one was a blast. The blue smelter demon, fuck me. I think I was there for like 7 hours straight fighting that thing. And it's kind of made me feel like I should have a new rule for myself where I don't do stuff like that in the summer. Because it's hot. Thankfully I was doing this at night time, but my controller, I feel like it absorbed a ton of a fucking... I can't even imagine how much sweat it absorbed. Like, not to be disgusting, but I picked it up the day after doing one of these and I was like, oh, what's this stuff on it? I think the only thing I can come up with is I did this to my pants, grabbed my controller, and like bits stuck to it. That's how much I was going into it. I'm not sure what it was, but after enough time, it just seemed to happen. And the fume night. Those are the kind of bosses where I had it. They were tough. I raged, I screamed, I cried, but I was always having some level of fun. And when I beat the smelter demon, I was like, fucking finally. When I beat the fume knight, I rolled on my floor. That thing was a mess. In the best way, it was a fucking disaster. I'd say my only huge flaws. One, sometimes it feels unresponsive as shit. I swear I've had times where I was in bed like circle, 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 like 6 times. I was like, nothing. Or like you'll be in the menu, you'll use an item like press circle like 10 times, like no, you're using an item. You will sit here in the menu until your item is used. But then if you have the menu open and you jump off a ledge this high, it'll close it against your will. Circle button 7 times? Nah, fuck you. You walk off a 2 inch high ledge? No, that will close. But for a real complaint, I hope this isn't a feature in later games, because if it is, it will make me not want to play them. If you kill enemies enough times, they disappear forever. Basically, if you kill enemy, die. Eventually, after like a few times, gone, permanent. You can join a covenant, which will basically like, make the game a bit harder and have the enemies will respawn forever. But that's all if you want to make the game harder for yourself in general. Why can't I just fight the enemies? Why are you removing chunks of the game? Why are you removing content just because I failed a few times? Who the fuck thought that was good? I've heard people say it's to combat people who might be farming, but if that's the reason, I'm going to be way more pissed off. If you removed what, if you thought, hey, we want to make sure people can't farm the enemy's drops, so what's the solution? Remove the enemies. Hey, this bottle is open as leaking water. What should we do? Throw away the bottle. No, just turn off the drop rate if that's the fucking reason. Why you? It's so. Oh my god. You know, sometimes in these games, if you're going back to a boss or a different section, just like, I kind of want to run past them so I can get to the boss quicker or not get hurt on the way. In this, I want to skip the enemies because every time I might fail, I'm closer and closer to removing content from the game. I just don't get how the fuck, why? I don't know, I just hate it. It makes me want to try fighting enemies on the way because I might be losing them forever. I just want to keep the enemies in the game. I want to keep the content in the game. I just don't get why that's. I don't get it. I don't get why they had to. This is awful. It's genuinely one of the shittiest game design decisions I've ever seen, and that's saying something. If 3 has it, I might not even want to play it. Fuck, I hate it. I will. Yeah, it's very tough, and it's either, like I said, the absolute most addicting, compelling, amazing game I've played in a long time, or absolutely rage-inducing hell. Fuck the frigid outskirts. It's one of the worst places in gaming I've ever played. And right before I did this now, I was like, I'm trying to fight this enemy. Club. Bit of damage. Wait. And for the last hit when he was about to die, it went right through him for no fucking reason. And this game hurts. I've lost 80,000 souls at times because I fucked up, and sometimes it's for the stupidest reasons. I'm gonna run forward and get to this place and I'm gonna run around. Oh, this guy got me. This arrow got me. 4 enemies swarmed me. It's infuriating, but I do kind of love it. If that's not Souls games in a nutshell, I don't know what is. It pisses me off. I hate it. I've rage. I want to throw the game out the window. 10 out of 10. Oh my god. But yeah, I think I'm near the end. I'm not sure. I still don't even know if the DLC is in the game or if it's a separate thing or if it's like like, is it in the game but I've been doing it? Is it in the game but I have to do something else to get to it? Or is it not in this edition at all? Who knows at this point? But my god. I get why it's a hated game, to be honest. I get why it's the black sheep. But I honestly think it might be my favourite one I've played. It's a messy one. I'll get back to you when I finish it. We'll see if anything changed. Drangle the castle up into the chaos thing, though. So bad at these names. The Ivory King, the Burnt Ivory King, that was the section where I fucking just loved it the most. Hopefully the last pieces can be fun too, but god, that was good. That was a pair for like 3 days straight. It was nothing else. I even realized today I haven't checked like the PlayStation Store in days, and I usually check it like once or every day or two to see what's new, see what's on the front page, even if it's just for a minute. I just realized today, I was like, or yesterday, I was like, oh, I haven't checked that in like a week. Wow, my gaming mind has been Dark Souls to nothing else. My brain is deep in there, and that's all I'm fucking. That's it. Nothing else matters at the moment. And I suppose a quick mention. I think after finishing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Tournament Fighter on Genesis, the worst one in the collection, piece of shit, garbage, awful game. Doesn't work. Not kidding. I finished Turtles in Time in the arcade, just had a one-off run through, finished the whole thing in one section, cheating, just infinite lives. Because it's an arcade game, you know, you put in money, you get extra lives. That's how you're supposed to do back in the day. I was not going to beat that without dying 3 times, so I decided it's pretty much the exact same as the Super Nintendo version. Let's just run through, show off the game, why not? And I wanted the final one in the whole collection, the Hyperstone Heist on the Genesis. It's been really fun. Everything about it has been actually really, really fun. It might be my top 3, 4 on the whole collection. It ends with a boss gauntlet, or not even ends with one, but the section I finished with last time was a boss gauntlet. But thankfully, unlike the awful hell fucking rage inducing section of the Turtles on the Radical Rescue on the Game Boy, the bosses are different. And it is an actual gauntlet. Because you have 3 lives, you have multiple lives, whatever you get at that time. It just, again, and they're actually different. You fight Leatherhead, but he's pink and faster and does a bit more damage. Yeah, it's not a huge difference, but it's something, and it's done better. It's not. It doesn't just feel like a lazy waste of time to ruin the end of the game. Fuck that ending. Oh, yeah. After this, I'm not sure what I move on to. I think I'm gonna go to the Rugrats collection. Just pick away at that. I can't go back to Contra right now. I can't do that yet. That's ugh. I'm not ready for Contra 4. I'm just not. And I'm about to finish Wheelman. I think I'm at the end, but yeah, I've mentioned that a few times probably by now. But yeah, that's everything. I was surprised to see how little I've been playing, but most of us had just started a month. Like I said, Dark Souls 2 has been filling up 90% of my gaming time in the last few weeks, especially in the last 5 or 6 days. I have just, even the stuff I normally do at the start of the day, like I'll play the Four Kings Casino, the Casino MMO, I'll do my dailies on that, I'll do like some of the weekly stuff. Haven't turned on in 3 days until I finish Dark Souls 2. Nothing else gaming wise is going to matter to me. I'm not going to be able to suck myself into anything else. Even I'd usually turn on something else to start off. Like, okay, I'm not ready to start anything hard right now. I'd play that for something easy for a second. But no, Dark Souls 2. That's all. That's it. Until I finish that, games don't exist. Yeah, that's everything I've been doing. It's been a fun month. I've been having fun. Fun. Well, as always, let me know you've been playing the last month, what new stuff you've been playing, what you've gone back to, and see you for the next one. See you then. I'm gonna go back to Dark Souls 2.